baseball. Your first and goal coverage with Joel Villanueva is supported by Safeguard Insurance.
Hey, what's up? When EdcouchElsa and Mercedes match up, it is always a big deal. And the rivalry series has been as even as it can be. Tigers have won 32 times. Yellow Jackets have also won 32 times. The teams also had one tie. The teams meeting up tonight for the 66th time. The Mid-Valley squads knocking helmets this time. The game on the Tigers turf in Mercedes, and the Tigers coming out charged up, especially since their quarterback Israel Alegria was back from an injury. Alegria drops the ball into the perfect spot there. Sammy Galindo making the catch, and that's a Tiger touchdown. Mercedes now going for 2 points. Alegria rolls out, fires a dart to Josiah Cantu. Great hands. Tigers on top 8-0 after the 2-point try. Now, after a score by EdcouchElsa, Mercedes back to slinging it. Alegria with another beauty, and Cantu in position to haul it in. Tigers on top 15-6. And by the way, Alegria's cousin is Jackets quarterback Raven Rojas. Here, Rojas hands it off to Jay Cardenas, and he will fight his way in for a Jacket sting. At the half, it was 15-13 Mercedes. And after that, Mercedes taking control. They go on to get the win in our first and goal game of the week. The Mission Veterans Patriots 3-0 in district play. They were at Tom Landry Stadium tonight against Brownsville Porter. First quarter, Landry Gilpin works some magic and finds his teammate Leo Cantu, who's just in bounds. A little bit later, Gilpin going that way. Now he's going the other way. Gilpin waltzing right in, and Mission Vets on top early, but Brownsville Porter would get on the board here. This one going to Matthew Ledesma. He is racing to the end zone. Matthew Sandoval for the Cowboys there. But Mission Veterans in control tonight. In the third quarter, the Patriots on top 55-13. All right, PSJ North and Juarez Lincoln, the district opener in 36A for each team's. Raiders Isaiah Rangel. What a pass to Arturo Beltran. 20-yard strike. Raiders take a 13-0 lead. Now Juarez Lincoln dials up some ground game. Albert Martinez gets his name on the stat sheet. Touchdown for the Huskies, but they're down 13-7. Now Juarez Lincoln making a play on defense. The ball pops out here. And take a look as the Huskies recover. This is Alberto Batres who returns it for the score. Huskies go on top 14-13. But once again, in the third quarter, it is North on top 34-29. All right, now we head over to Valley View, where the Tigers have a historic 4-0 start to kick off the season. Valley View kicking off district play against Roma. Channel 5's Ruben Juarez is live on that blue turf to give us a rundown on tonight's game between the Tigers and the Gladiators. What's up, Ruben?
Hey, Joel, like you mentioned, the Tigers off to an impressive start this season, 4-0. All four of those wins coming in blowout fashion, each win coming by an average of 41 points per contest. The offense obviously got going this season. Let's go ahead and take a look at the video. The defense also doing its job. They've limited each team that they've faced to 7 points or less through these first 4 games. Roma, on the other hand, looking to snap a 3-game losing streak. Let's check out the highlights. First quarter, Valley View facing a 4th down. They run the ball, but Roma's defense comes up with the stop. No score after the first 12 minutes of play. Valley View opens the scoring in the second quarter. Brandon Gonzalez with a run up the gut, untouched. 7-0 Tigers, and a much-deserved hydration break for Gonzalez. We talked about Valley View's defense earlier, and here they go, forcing a fumble. Armando Ayala recovers a rock for the Tigers, and when you recover the rock, it's time to roll. Tigers QB Simon Fernandez taking it to the house on the keeper. Roma scored a bit later, but Valley View led 17-7 at the half. Valley View goes on to win 38-7, the final score. So Valley View now 5-0, and the defense once again stepping up to the plate, shutting down an opposing offense. So Valley View once again 5-0, historic start for the Tigers. That's the story from here in the Smurf turf at Valley View. Joel, let's send it back to you in the studio.
All right, thank you so much, Ruben. The Los Fresnos Falcons coming off a first and goal game of the week loss to Edinburgh Vela, and they were taking a big road trip, not just outside the valley, but they were going all the way to Odessa for this one. The Falcons facing the Mojo. Odessa Permian out there. This game going on here. The Falcons recover a fumble early in the ballgame, and those Fresnos has some momentum, but they couldn't turn that into a touchdown. Later, it's the Mojo. Those Panthers going on the attack. Odessa Permian with the score there, and a lot of Odessa Permian tonight in this one. The Falcons losing big time, 56-0. That's going to be a long bus ride back to the Rio Grande Valley. Our next stop, Bobby Lackey Stadium, where the Skies were lighting up before kickoff. Wesco East coming out to face Donna North in the 31 6A district opener. Here we've got the Wildcats going to the ground. Look at that back go. Fights his way forward, gets across the goal line. Touchdown for Wesco East. Could Donna North answer back on defense? Could they make a stop? Well, not going to happen. Wildcats with another touchdown. Wesco East all over the field tonight, and they defeat the Chiefs 56-6. All right, now we head out to Rio Hondo, where Channel 5's Trayson Bragg is live tonight for a good game between Gruya and Rio Hondo. Let's check in right now with Trayson to see what the update is on this one. What's up, T?
Hey, Joel. La Gruya headed here to Bobcat Stadium tonight, hoping to get their third win of the season, but they're facing a Rio Hondo team with a defense that's quickly gaining a reputation so far this season of being picky about who they allow in their end zone. They've held two of their opponents to 0 points so far this season. So as always, Joel, let's get straight to the action. Joel, have you ever seen a gator and a bobcat wrestle? You're welcome, my friend. You can thank me later. But in the first quarter, Gruya's Rui Salinas makes a catch, makes a great cut, breaks a tackle, and like the little engine that could, choo-choo, he can't stop, won't stop till he gets into the end zone for a 51-yard touchdown, Joel. But don't worry, Rio Hondo would score their points. Look at their QB, Joshua Ortega, aim and fire a cruise missile right into the numbers of his receiver for a 15-yard touchdown. But don't get too comfortable, Bobcat. Look at Gruya's Daniel Salinas rollout. Looks like he's throwing that thing all the way to the U.S. space station, but it lands perfectly in his receiver's arms for a 40-yard touchdown grab. And their defense later in the half looked like they were playing volleyball, but no, it's a tip drill interception, Joel. That would lead to, yes, you guessed it, Salinas with another strike for a TD, this one for 14 yards. And look at the receiver. Keep both feet in bounds. That's NFL level, Joel. This game has about a minute left in it. The first half was back and forth the entire time. You can see the score is now 55-42, still pretty close, but Rio Hondo really took advantage and full throttle. They went full throttle in the second half, and as they are winning 55-42, we'll keep you updated on this game. Joel reporting in Rio Hondo, Trayson Bragg, Channel 5 Sports.
All right, lots of points at Rio Hondo tonight. Thank you so much for that, Trayson. Now we go to the home of the mighty Santa Maria Cougars. A 3-0 start for Coach Steve Flores' team. The Cougars hosting 1-3 La Villa. First quarter, Cardinals after the QB. Victor Garcia gets their first, and it's a sack for La Villa. No score at the end of one. Late second now, Cougars start to move the rock. Edward Martinez finds a hole, hits the gas, and he's down inside the Cardinals' 30. A little later, first and goal for the Cougars, and they punched this one in. Santa Maria was on top 7-0. La Villa would return the ensuing kickoff, and tonight the Cardinals have just enough to get the victory. 14-13 the final from Cougar Country. Our next stop up Highway 77, Raymondville at home against the Kingsville King Bramas. And check out the quarterback for the Bearcats, Jacob Posas, finding Javier Ledesma, and he is down the sideline, picks up a nice gain there. Now the quarterback, Posas, fakes one way, cuts back the other way. And take a look at this. Posas turns on the Jets, makes his way to the end zone. Touchdown for Raymondville, and the Bearcats in control tonight. Raymondville knocking off Kingsville King by a final of 45-10.